you're tuning in from, and we are going to mute it, get it going. All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Big Wave. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you jumped on this special call where we're going to roll out, in my opinion, and I believe that tools, and I said this the last time, I believe tools are meant to be put into the people's hands. And no matter how good of a tool I think I might have, it all is about the prospect, right? But it also is about the people that is sharing the tool. How many of you has kind of got a quirky tool in your hand before? You know what I'm saying? Like you got a hold of a hammer and you're about to nail some things down, and that hammer just was like all curvy and didn't feel right. So what do? You don't use the hammer, right? You go get another hammer. How many of you's gotten a tool before in network marketing that didn't feel right? It was just a little bit quirky. Maybe it was off. Maybe it felt like a commercial too much. Maybe it was a little bit. You're like, I'm not sending this to my people. Even your people might have liked it, but you wouldn't send it because you didn't like it. Well, if you've been in network marketing long enough, you know what I'm talking about. So maybe you can put it in the comments. So you can go, yes, I know. Well, I think you're going to have a tool. It's not I think. I know really deep down inside, you're about to have a tool that you will absolutely share it with anybody you know. Okay? Because of the authentic nature of it, because of the real person, because of the approach. And so I'm super excited about you seeing this tool. But here's the deal, you got to stay till the end. All right. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to tell you where you can go get this tool. And before that, I want us to talk a little bit. Okay. I want us to talk a little bit about the whole layout, because to me, this tool completes a system that's very important. Okay. And so many times I've been talking lately about focus, and we're all entrepreneurs. We all are our own boss. We get to decide where we focus. And so for this tool series, it's focused around the focus point of the person that says, I want to gateway people in on this one product, and then I want to open them up to the house of brands once they're in and they see the simplistic nature of that. If that's not you, then guess what? You're going to get to formulate your own system because you're the CEO of your own business. And so this is centered around the person that goes this route, because guess what? This is where I'm focused. Okay. Because guess what? I am the CEO of my business. So I want to do something really quick, and then I'm going to go into the process. Okay. And then I'm going to give you the tool. So the first one is what is really, so let me ask you this. How many of you right now that's on this are doing what I call teeing up people to talk to? Now, I'll give you a great example. Hill Blue called me just the other day. And Andrea Rosser, I got to have you ready here, or maybe somebody. But Hill Blue called me the other day and he said, Brent, I've got a guy that I've shared some things with, and I want to get you in front of. And I said, just get me in the door, get my feet in the door. Like just, I actually used the words, tee him up for me. And guess what Hill did? Hill and Diane teed him up. We've got a meeting on Sunday. Now that's going to be an in-person meeting, but you could tee up people to do a Zoom. You could tee up people to go to, to invite to an event. The question is, are you teeing up people? Because when a system is given, when a tool is given, it is meant to tee up people so that it can create business acquisitions and business, growth for you. But you've got to ask yourself am I teeing up people for someone? You got to find your someone, or you got to find a multiple. That's why events are so important, because you meet Arlene, you meet Anna, you meet Ashley Paulson, you meet Dr. Crystal Vance, you meet Cynthia Bolden, Andrea Rosser, and you start to realize, oh my goodness, I've got all these names and numbers of people that when I tee up somebody, I've got a smorgasbord of people to connect them to. But if you're not having any conversation, if you're not teeing up anybody, your business will never grow. And I share that with you because I see so many people that are in network marketing that tune into trainings over and over. And it's like, really, all we are is, if this is Anna sitting in Minnesota, Anna's in this right here. And Anna can do training, she can go to events, she can do this, and she can go around and around in circles. But if she will start connecting people and teeing up people, this one might be for Brent, this one might be for Ashley, this one might be Tammy, this might be Crystal, this might be Sue. It doesn't matter. These could all be Brent. She's teeing up these people for Brent to talk to. She's teeing up these people for Ashley Paulson to talk to. That's our job. And here's what's going to happen to Anna. She's going to start to see her sales and her numbers go up every time. Every time. Now, not all of them are going to buy. Not all of them are going to do the business. But guess what? If you tee them into somebody, they will enroll. They will enroll. So what I believe right now is what my day should be consistent of. If you go, Brent, what's your day consistent of? Closing people. That's really what I do. When people like Anna tee up people for me to talk to, guess what I do? Hill Blue. How many times have I told you no? Maybe once. If I get a conflicting, how many times have I told you no, Hill?
No.
Thank you, Hill. Yeah,
your
your signal's bad. So none. Andrea Rosser, how many times have I told you no? How many meetings do I? No, I'm not going to, because my job is to, guess what? It serves me well that when you tee up people to me, I talk to them. Now, obviously, if all of you called me right now at 10 o'clock in the morning and wanted to tee up somebody, there's not enough of me to go around. So that's why we got to do Sarah Ryan, and we got to do Diane Blue and Arlene Hutchinson, Arlena Reed. Like, we got to tee up people for our people to talk to, and we'll see our sales go through the roof. That's really the simplicity of this. Put a 1 in the comments if that makes sense. Dr. Bob, does that make sense? Like if you really worked on it, like if Pat Klepper decided next week she's going to get this long list of people and start teeing them up to talk to Brent Palmer, do you think that Pat's business would grow? Without a doubt. Without a doubt, it would. We would bring people back into auto ships. We'd start building a business again. So it's all about connection. So I share that with you to say, then when you tee them up, then it's all about the close. It's all about the close at that point. But here's what I want you to say. Understand. Somebody that understands closing is guiding someone. Okay? All we're doing is guiding people when we close them. Do they need to be a customer? Do they need to be on the trial? Do they need to be a brand partner? How can we help them? Ask questions. So here's where I go with close. I believe people, when it comes to close, they're either a consultant or they're a salesperson. And I'm going to explain myself, okay? They're either I believe that you all would love to be a consultant. Okay? Here's what a consultant does. A consultant asks questions so that they can help guide you. A consultant asks questions. A salesperson is the hard close. I got to close them hard. I got to sell them good. And here's the thing, although they might write business fast, a salesperson will find that their organization, they quit fast. Okay? But a consultant is one that asks questions, they guide people to the business, they build loyalty, they build trust, they build plan. And what they find is they have more loyal customers. They have more long-term loyal customers. Does that add value? Do you get that? Does that make sense? They build trust. That's right, Betsy. They build trust. And so I want you to understand kind of our system here, okay? They add value. Michael, you couldn't be more right. They add value to people. That's what a consultant does. So I want to be known as a consultant, not a salesperson. I don't want to come in and just hard closing people. You need to be a brand partner. Well, what if they don't need to be a brand partner? Who am I benefiting? Like is it me, or am I solving their issues and their problems? Or am I just trying to make me money? Now, don't get me wrong, I like money, but I'm going to build a more loyal customer base if I'm a consultant. So that's where the system of growth came from. You know, when I talk to Tracy Turnberg and Crystal Vance and others that talk about the system of growth, that's the root of the system of growth, is that I can be a consultant, guide people to the business, create connections and loyal customers along the way, solutions to people's problems. That's how a consultant does. Salesperson, hammer it home, sell them in there. Here's a great thing, good numbers, but they quit fast. We get to choose. And here's what I want to tell you. You know the game you're playing? Here's the game you're playing. I showed somebody this yesterday. I'm going to use 134. Over time, if you grew 2 lines of business here with 134 people on AutoShip, Arlene, would that person be making a pretty good paycheck? We're looking for residual. We want people, when they run out of their products, we want them to come back and order again. We want them to be loyal. Pat Clipper, do we like loyal AutoShips? Absolutely. So here's the beauty of this. 134 people on AutoShip does what we call optimize. And here's the beauty of this. So if I'm looking at my business and I want to see a healthy business for Brent Palmer, I'm looking at my monthly AutoShip. And I'm looking to drive 2 lines of business over time to at least 134 in AutoShip. Let me tell you what happens to that. You're going to see when you do that. Remember, there's 4 weeks in a month. Week 1, 2, 3, 4. But let's say on week 2, we achieve that. We achieved that on week 2. We're going to make $2,000 in base pay. We're going to make probably equal to or greater than in match pay, $2,000 match pay. We're going to get income position bonus of it's running about $1,400 right now. I'm sorry, pay line. And we're gonna get about 400 in income position bonus. Add that up. That's about $5,800 for the month, for the week, for that week. Now, obviously, this week you made money, this week you made money, that week you made money. So would an extra over $5,800 a month, like, would that bless your family? I would say most, maybe you can put it in the comments if it would. I'd take an extra $5,800 a month. So how do I get there? Get loyal customers, get loyal people on ownership, guide people, ask questions, serve them, love them, build a community with them, and watch what you do long term. Or we can bulldoze them in and watch them quit fast. Okay? That's what you're doing. That's where the system of growth came from, was this mentality. It came from the mentality of wanting to be a farmer rather than a hunter. How many of you want to go outside today and run down into your town and people running from you? You're like, I'm hunting you, I'm hunting you, you know, and they're like, stay away from me. Nobody likes that feeling. But here's the feeling of the farmer. I'm going to sow seeds. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to guide you towards solutions that we got that could help you. We don't know those issues unless we ask. So that's what we're doing with the system of growth. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope you followed me through that. So I got to understand the mentality of the system of growth and why it was developed. And I always like to pay homage and tribute to who. So Tracy Turnberg, Dr. Crystal Vance, Andrew Rosser, like I can go around the room. So many people, so many leaders helped in establishing this program of the system of growth. And now we're starting to get the adoption of the company. I remember the first time Tim Arlene saw the system of growth and saw the 5-day, and he went, ooh, yes, I like that. But it takes time. It takes time to get people to understand it. Okay. So I want to share with you what we got now. We started out way back when we launched the system of growth, and we said, you know what? We're going to train people. We're going to stay with them. We're going to work with them. We're going to provide tools to them. We don't have all of them right now. And then over time, people are going to start to see that the first base here, the first step starts with the trial. Okay. And if they buy an Activate pack, they're going to get 10 trials. If they buy a business pack, they're going to get 20 trials. But let me ask you a question. I told you before, so many people see, let me ask you a question. So many people see this as different things. I see this as a tool. I see this no different than if somebody got me on a Zoom. If I can deliver a trial to somebody, that's just like delivering a Zoom. Follow me here. Okay. That's just like a 2-on-1. Like this is a gateway, like this starts them. This gets their toe in. But it also gets me paid. It also gets me some money every time I move one, which is what? A win. Here's the thing to know about network marketing. I don't care if it's $1. If you get a new person a win, they will stay here longer to figure it out. Their belief goes up. They will share more. They'll be more excited. So it's all about a win. Remember, it might not make you $1 billion at the beginning, but it is guiding people guiding people, solving people's issues, asking questions. So now, for a lot of people, they go, but what if they ask, tell me a little bit about it before I buy? Now, Dr. Bob can move 10 5-day trials. All he has to want to. There's got to just be some motivation there. He knows the people. If he really wants to move them, he can move them. But for somebody, they might say, you know what? I need some help. I need some help on this 5-day trial. This is where video 1 comes in that we showed you last week, Dr. Crystal trial. It's to help aid in the first step right here. Now they've stepped into this. They dipped their toe into the water. They're on the 5-day trial. Now we're moving to step 2. Okay. On the 3rd night, we want a system here. On the 3rd night, Ashley, I don't know if you could put the board's 3rd night communication in the chat, but here's the communication that's actually in the board's out that Ashley Paulson did. Hopefully we can get it in the chat in a minute. But on the 3rd night, you could send a message to them. You could call them. My point being is you got to communicate. And then video 2. Video 2. What's video 2 meant to do? It's repetitive. There's some repeat in video 2. Let me ask you a question for the people that go, yeah, but it looks the same. How many of you go to church? So if I walk in your Sunday school class and I've got this shirt on, and then a week goes by, next Sunday, I walk back in and I've got the same shirt on, how many of you are going to go, he's wearing the same shirt? Your life goes on. You don't remember. Guess what? Nobody's going to say, I heard Dr. Crystal Vance say that. It's repetitive for a reason. We want it to sink in. They're not going to, time has went by. Days have went by. The kids have dirtied their diaper. Life has went on. They're not going to remember exactly, but it's sticking in their mind a little bit. So video 2, 3rd night. It's meant to do what? Move a box. Remember, we're farming here. We're farming here. We could hard sell them from 1st to 3rd if we want to. Matter of fact, we could skip it all and just sign up brand partners. You got to ask yourself, do you want a system? 3rd night, video 2. Box gets sold. It's meant to move the box. Consistent. Crystal talks about consistent. They get on and they see real people having real results. Consistent. Here's what the product's doing. You're halfway home. Now, here's the thing. Once they get on the box, now you're inside, you're smiling because you know you now have, you farmed someone from a trial to a box. Now they're starting to be loyal. You have no problem picking up the phone because you're starting to communicate with them a little bit. You're building that rapport. You're building that trust. Okay. Once they have a box, once they start using the box, you're making a list of everybody that's on the box. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to serve up video 3. Video 3, better together. And you're going to see that in a minute. Video 3, you're going to communicate first. I know they're already a loyal customer. They're already using Renew. You don't have to convince them the product works. They're on the product. Now you're going to say, I want you to see what we're doing. I'm super excited that you're already using the product. But we need your help. If I were to send you a video, will you give me a few minutes and watch it? Yeah, sure. I'm already on the product. Video 3 happens, and that's where the brand partner comes in. Either one, an activate pack or a business pack. Okay. 200 PV. When's the last time you moved a 200 PV product? You're going to make anywhere from 15 to 30% of that. You're making money, Anna. You're teeing people up. What if they watch video 3 and say, well, I need just a little bit more information? How many of you can say, Anna, could you say, you know what? Let me get my girlfriend over, Ashley Paulson. I want to just set up a time for her to talk to. Hey, tee them up at that point. How many people can you tee up and your business is going to grow? And so now we're back home, but I want to show you the most important thing you did is as you recruited them, you trained them on the system. So when they enroll, guess what they are going to be familiar with? How you train them to do the system, because they were recruited that way. They were farmed that way. Video 1, video 2, video 3. You go, well, do I need video 1? Train them as you recruit them. Train them as you recruit them. It goes back to, do you want to be a consultant or do you want to be a salesperson? Do you want to have a system that creates duplication in your army of people? Or do you want to muscle business? And you go, well, Brent, my way's working. Well, then keep doing it your way. But if your way is not creating duplication, then be coachable enough to do something else. And so for me here, I'm looking for a way that can create duplication to the masses. And so that's why all of these amazing people had their hand in creating this system of growth and the tools to follow the system of growth. I remember Tracy Turnberg way back talking about this on stage, saying more and more will be till we complete the process of the system of growth. So if you were to ask me, it's complete. It's done. It's there for you. Now, don't put it if you don't believe it. But does this make sense? Is this simple? A 1 in a comment. I really want to know from you. If it's complicated, then let me know. Put a 2. If this is complicated. I'm telling you, if you guys will start with your 10 and do it yourself, you will recruit people. You will tee up people. And if you don't recruit them from the video, after the video's over, listen, Anna, me and you could do big things here together. There's people just like us that need this. Do this with me. And then don't talk anymore. Don't oversell. Let Anna speak. And Anna says, you know what? I think this could be a good idea for me. Then enroll Anna and guide her through the process that she learned how to do as you recruited her, as you farmed her into the business. And all of you are saying, I can do this. I can do this. Some people say, well, my area, they're not nice in my area. They're rude in my area. $25 starts this farming process. There you go, Brent. What happens if I get them in? Every Wednesday, the 3rd Wednesday of the month. Can you put the 3rd Wednesday? Somebody put it in the chat. 3rd Wednesday of the month. Dr. Crystal Vance and a host of other helpers are going to do a shop live on a problem that's going on in the world. It might be men's belly fat once you get past 30. I'm just suggesting something. It might be hot flashes that women have. Log them in. And that's where you start to build, again, who's on there? People that are having a problem with hot flashes, men that are having a problem with belly fat. The list goes on and on and on. But then we start to offer up our other products that your people will then purchase and will start to grow. They'll start to get on 5X Limu Original. They'll start to get on Mo. They'll see that T&J, oh my goodness, Tahitian Noni, this is what I need. All these products, Elite, skincare, like I can go on and on and on. We'll serve those up on the third Wednesday of every month. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your system that never changes. And you go, well, what changes? What will change a year from now? You might have another product that's a 5-night trial that works like we have with Renew. The system doesn't change. The videos might change a little bit, but the way you work the system stays consistent. It stays simple. The people understand it. It's the blocking and tackling that creates it's the free throws and layups that create the duplication. So I'm excited. I just want to take you through that to say this right here. First of all, I couldn't be more grateful for the host of ladies that participated in making this video. Dr. Crystal Vance, for her time that she put into delivering an authentic piece, that she come across as an educator, someone that knows what's going on as a doctor, but also the personal side, also the business lady side. Very difficult to pull that off. She pulled it off. And then Tammy and Robin and Ashley and Andrea that said, you know what? It's tough to go to the pain points. It's tough to talk about the hurt of why we started in this business. But they were willing to do it for the betterment of everybody else. So now you have their pain points to look at and go, I know a mom that wish she could be home with her kids. I know somebody in my community that has literally lost everything they've got, and Robin's story will send her home to them. I know somebody that had it all and went through a struggle like Tammy and Jared. I know somebody that is best friends with her mom like Ashley Paulson and would love to do a business together and would connect with Ashley. I know somebody that was a coach or a principal that would connect with Brent. So, are you ready to see it? All right, I want to put it. I want to put it in front of you, and I want you to think about this. Would you share this to your people? Would you share this to your siblings, to your parents, to your significant other? Would you feel confident in sharing this with them and feel good about it? I say yes, but I want to hear what you say.
Hi, my name is Dr. Crystal Vance, and we are so glad that you are having results and feeling the benefits of the journey with Renew. Now, here's the thing, we need your help. There are more people that need this product. And over the next few minutes, you're going to hear from amazing people. Their lives have been impacted by enjoying and sharing this amazing product.
As a high school principal and an athletic director, I found myself always struggling month to month. And I was just looking really for something on the side, something to generate extra income on the side. And then I started using the product, and I started experience and how that made me feel. And when you wake up in the morning and you're excited about the day and you've got energy throughout the day, you start to see all those people around you that doesn't. And so I started sharing it with them. And the more I shared, the more I watched my income grow. And as it grew, what it allowed me to do as an educator, there's places you can't afford to go. And as our income grew, I started being able to travel, go see parts of the world that I really wanted to see. And, today I look at what this has done for me, and I've been able to travel the world. I've been able to watch people all over the country take back their life again, take back their freedoms again, take back their health. And for me, that's been a very exciting journey.
Things were going along in our family really well. Everything was going smoothly. We're living life. And then my husband lost his job and we started sinking like the Titanic. We started losing everything. We lost our home. We lost our health insurance. We lost our truck was repossessed from our front yard. It was really hard. And then I lost my health because you know how stress is attached to all of the things and your health goes. And so I began to get pretty ill and I was looking for a health benefit. I was literally on my knees praying. And so then I found this amazing liquid nutrient and I started getting an amazing health benefit. But what most people don't know is that deep inside, I had a knowing that this might be the answer to our financial troubles. And so I just started sharing with my friends. I got a real health benefit. And in 90 days, I was able to make enough money part-time that I was able to pay our house payment and a car payment. And in 5 months' time, we were on our way to a 6-figure income. And for me, that was life-changing. And it has changed the trajectory of our family, the whole experience, our community, our health, and our legendary finances. I'm able to leave a legacy now for my grandchildren and their grandchildren.
My husband and I, we had worked very hard through the many years as we were developing our careers. My husband was in the Air Force and then started in real estate. And I was in media and publishing. We saved our money and we were looking forward to the days where we could retire. One day we got a phone call. And I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about. You get that phone call, you get that piece of news, you get something that changes the trajectory of what your life was and what your life looks like now. And that was true for us. We went from having a lot to our finances crashing in a matter of 18 months. During that period of time, I remember looking for all kinds of opportunity for an additional stream of income. What I knew was I wanted more freedom. I wanted more finances, and I definitely wanted to retire. And I wanted to retire on my terms, and I wanted to have income where I was not dependent on anyone else. And so we just started in this business, and we just started sharing the opportunity. My husband had an incredible health transformation. I started feeling better, more energy, and pretty soon, by about a year, I was making twice as much in this business than I was in my full-time job.
I got started in this industry and I'm so very thankful I did. I was not looking for this industry, but it found me and I'm forever blessed. I was working full-time in the oil and gas industry at a job for 14 years. And what I was looking for is something to diversify our income. My husband and I both worked in the same industry and all of our eggs were in one basket. And so when you look at your finances and you look at how far you are capped on certain incomes, it's nice to diversify it, but it's nice to also have that extra at the end of the month. And so really what I found is once I started consuming the products and taking the products, I started sharing it with others. And I looked up after 2-3 months and it was helping pay for my car and it was helping pay for our house and just our electric bill. And that was game changing for us at the age of 30. And so I look up now 7 years later at what this has given me It's given me freedom. It's given me time freedom. It's giving me that extra. Life is expensive. When I looked up and saw what this industry has done for our family, it has been a true blessing. I did this business with my mother, which was something we enjoyed doing full time together. And it's not a matter of if life is going to happen to you, it's a matter of when. And what we have created here, my mother is no longer here, but what we have created in this industry is generational wealth. The power of residual income is game changing. One of the most incredible things about this industry is you can leave a legacy for your family, for your kids, for your grandkids, for your spouse. That's where the true power of residual income blesses your life.
I got started in this industry for grocery money. I don't know if anybody can relate, but I had found myself out of work and truly praying for groceries. And somebody reached out to me and said, hey, we've got something that could help you provide for your family. And I wasn't quite sure if it would, but I still was optimistic. So I jumped on board, started consuming some incredible products, started feeling better, and started making that paycheck. And it went from, $150 here to turning into a full-time income that has allowed me to stay home with my kids for almost 12 years now. It's allowed me to homeschool my children. It's allowed me to travel all over this beautiful country and create something that's more incredible than I ever imagined possible.
Together as Partner Co community, we work together alongside you to help you achieve success because we understand the challenges that come with being an entrepreneur and running your own business, which is why we provide resources such as product development, logistics, customer support, cutting edge social media platforms, marketing, training, and more. We are committed to building a strong, long-lasting partnership and will work closely with you to understand your personal business goals. Together, you can focus on what you do best, running your business, while we take care of the rest.
Now is the time. We have everything we need here to get the word out, except one thing, you. And it's amazing how quickly people are experiencing the results of Renew. And think of all of the people in your life that can benefit from the rest, the energy and looking younger. In addition to the health benefits, comes the financial benefits from acquiring loyal customers. So here is how you get started. Grab the link to pay the $29.95 one-time enrollment fee, which gives you wholesale pricing and access to all of the tools to grow a successful business. Now, most people see a huge advantage to choosing one of our 2-pack options. And the first pack is the Activate pack. It's 1 box of Renew for yourself and 10 trial packs. The beauty of this pack is that you can get it into your 10 friends' hands and you've almost recovered your initial purchase money. But if you want to build a business fast, then purchase the business pack. It comes with 4 boxes of Renew and 20 of the 5-day trial packs. Here's the thing, regardless of how you get started, we are simply on a mission to share this amazing product with the world. And with your help, we are now one step closer to achieving that. You're muted, Coach.
Okay. You've got to tell these ladies, listen, I can't say this enough. Money out of their pocket, travel, flights, to do something for everybody. But what really just happened was, it does my heart good because I look back to when the system of the growth was started to be implemented from the 5-day trials in a Ziploc bag, Dr. Crystal, to Tracy Turnberg calling and having this vision, to the day of being able to look and go, the total package is here to go grow. No longer do you have to wait for a Zoom. No longer do you have to wait to say, if I can just get them on Thursday. You've got all the tools you need to operate every single day, 7 days a week, wherever the person is, as you're farming them through this opportunity of the system of growth. And I hope what today was like the bow that tells you now the power's in you. It's in your hands. The one thing we can't do is we can't make Hill and Diane Blue go share it with people. We can't do that. That is you. That's up to Arlena Reed. That's up to Sarah Ryan. That's up to Marlene. That's up to Arlene. That's up to Anna. But what we can do is we can provide what you need to go do it. Without a doubt, my heart feels good because I know that's been done for you. And I could not say thank you to all the people that had a hand in on this. So many did. But at this time, I just want to, as we end this video, Andrea Ross, I want to kind of turn it to you first. Tell everybody where they can get this video so that they can start this application.
So I'm now on your channel. So it's going to be on Brent's YouTube channel. It's actually there right now, but it's currently unlisted. So as we talk, now it is listed. So it'll be public. If you go to Brent Palmer's YouTube channel, you can find it. We will put it in Telegram, and I am confident that the amazing Ashley Paulson will go ahead and get it up in boards. So you'll be able to find it all over the place.
Andrea, thank you for that. And thank you for doing this. And I just want to say this game plan. And I want to see if Dr. Crystal will jump on, and Ashley Paulson, if we can tee both of them up with me here. But I want you to think about a game plan, okay? I want you to think about a game plan. We said last week that if you would just run, I'm getting some feedback, Andrew. Okay, I want you to think about a game plan that if you would just run right now, like stop, you're the CEO, you're the tee up person, you are the person, the farmer right here that can start this in motion for you. So if you're somebody, thank you, Robin, for teeing up Robin. If you're somebody that is sitting there today and going, you know what, I'm not where I want to be in my business, and I'm ready for more action. I'm ready for more things to happen. There's a world of people that have no clue about Renew, and we can farm to them today with the system of growth. And so just create that initial list. 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 100 people, whatever you can do. If you would draw up and go, okay, by April the 1st, here's my number of people. I've got 50 people on board here. Who's got a list right now? Maybe put it in the chats. And here's the thing. Start the farming process. Video 1. I always like to say, like, if you need help, like, go move the trials. Do you know right now that the 10-day trials are for sale in your back office? You can go get, if you're out of trials, you can go in your back office. Christine McKay made them live just for the finishing of this video. So go get your trials, go get the 10-pack, and then start it to work. And here's the thing. By April the 1st, you have just teed up 10 people, 20 people, 30 people on trials. No different than getting them on a Zoom. You just teed them up. You just farmed them in to a system. And then guess what? In April, on the 3rd night, you gotta know when the 3rd night is. You're gonna communicate. If you're a boards out user, Ashley Paulson has told you exactly what to say in the third night. Communicate with them. Communicate and then video too. Okay? And then while they're using it now, Dr. Crystal says they're consistent. It's best to be consistent. And so she starts talking to them about being consistent. And now they're on the box, and all you're doing is Sally, Ted, Ed. You're making that list. Oh, they're on the box. What's coming? Put it in the chat. What's coming after? Put it in the comments. What's coming after the box? In the system. Communicate video 3. Video 3. Video 3. Don't just send it to them. Like, call them up and build trust with them. Like, oh my gosh, isn't this amazing? Like, congratulations on consistently doing Renew, right? You're building that rapport. You're farming them. You're guiding them. And then when you send them video 3, you got to take a look at this, because what we're missing here is you. Me and you could do big things together. If I were to send you this video, watch 3. Will you watch this video? Yeah, I'll watch it. And then you send it. Or you go sit down with them and you watch it with them. Like whatever it takes, right? Tee them up. You get video 3 in their hands, right? So now video 3 happens. Okay? And this is all being done in April. Okay? They watch video 3 and you go, we could do so much together. Will you do this with me? Let them answer. They say, yeah, you know what? I think I'll take option 1. I think I'll take option 2. Then you enroll them and you just train them on how you recruited them on, and they're already trained. And now you set them into motion. This will explode your business in April if you'll act now. The tools are there. It's set. It's in place for you. The rise in your income can happen here. The duplication in your business can happen here. But it can only happen if you make it happen. All right. Ashley Paulson, come on with it. Anything you want to add?
Oh my goodness, I get goosebumps every single time I watch that video. Something that I love is that it really is real and raw and vulnerable, right? That video 3 is a total home run, because Crystal and I were talking, it really hits, that video paints such a vision for so many people, right? We talk about grocery money, we talk about, right, retirement, we talk about leaving a legacy for our family and that kind of thing, the residual side of it, the extra, right? There's so many people right now around you who are looking, who are going to relate to something within that video. I guarantee it. But we have to open our phones and we have to open our contact list and we have to get out there to show it to the people, right? That video gets me every single time. But it's our stories that bring us all together, and it's emotional for me because those are all of our stories that brought all of us together 7 years ago, right? So it's, as you continue to build, people are praying for what you have. Can you simply start communication? Can you simply start them with a 5-day trial for their health? Can you simply send them a video for them to relate to? The tools truly do all the work for you in 3 videos, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. So I'm just super thankful,
Ashley,
super excited.
thank you for your leadership. Thank you for what you do. And it does start with this, but the vision is so much greater than this.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people ask me all the time, how are you so close to these ladies? Because we're farmers. That's how. We'll never leave each other. We'll never leave each other. So when I said, you can be a salesperson, they grow fast and they exit fast. Or you can be a consultant, someone that chooses to farm, build hope, trust, and a plan, serve each other, and you end up building connections that will last a lifetime. And that's what we have here. So it's by design that we're thick as thieves, I guess is the way to put it. And we have this connection that we will never leave each other. We're a family farm, Ed Hodge says. That's right, Ed. All right, Dr. Crystal,
All right, can you hear me? Am I
I can.
reverbing? Okay,
I can.
so two things. I really encourage everyone to make sure that you don't just open your phone and start picking people. You can do it that way. But if you took a list of 100 people, I'm sorry, hold on one second. If you took a list of 100 people and you simply decided that you were going to share it with these 100 people, what if the numbers really are what numbers do? 20 of them would become customers, 20 of them would join your team. That's 40 people. It's 40 people, and that could happen in the next, well, how long is it going to take you to go through 100 people? It could take you a week, or you could decide to make it take the next 5 years. It really is up to you. And the second thing is we all have a story. Like, these stories were highlighted, and I believe that, like I said to these guys, I believe there's something very special with what we created here. I can't watch it without crying anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me. But you have a story. We all have a story, and we need your story to be heard. There'll be more videos made where more stories are going to need to be highlighted, but where your story becomes important from here is in those three-way calls. When you share you got to condense your story to that 2 minutes. So we all need to start working on how we share our mess into a message so that people go, me too. Yeah, I want to listen to what you got. And if we can, if like, we're so positioned right now to help so many people, and your story matters. So I need you to get really good at sharing it, because I need to call you and you need to be the expert for me too. Because that's how it all goes.
No, so true. And thank you so much for what you did to make this happen, Dr. Crystal. And somebody said solving problems. Renew does solve problems. If somebody says, I can't sleep at night, I've got something for you I think it could help. If somebody says, you know what, I just don't have energy, I got something for you. It's actually called Renew. I think it can help. If somebody says, man, I can't lose weight, I just been trouble having, I got something for you I think it might could help. You've got in your hand in that 5-day trial a solution to so many people's problems. Just got to listen. Just got to listen and then offer up that solution and that help, that lifeline, that route for people. Robin, as we close it, and Andrea, I don't know if Tracy Turnberg is still here, the godfather of putting so much into the system of growth, right, Crystal? I mean, it's like we're amazed by Tracy's how tech savvy and visionary he is, but I don't know if he's here or willing to jump on if he is. He can probably text you and say, heck no, or yeah, put me on. But Robin.
But I can't spotlight him because his camera's not on. So.
Okay. Well, if he chooses, if he had anything he wanted to add. Robin DeMio, thank you for your heart.
So my encouragement to everyone is, first of all, you know how the Renew does not work when it's still in the package? It does not work because you just look at it. The same thing goes if you have your list. The list is just the list until you pick up the phone. This big scary thing right here, this horribly scary thing, like the best bathroom scale is a B. And the telephone is so scary, but you must do it. You can't just leave it in the package. You can't leave the names on the paper because you haven't answered someone's problem. And I'm going to tell you, some of you are going through really tough times. Like some of you have just lost your ass on everything over the last few years. And I can tell you, when my husband went on the ridge to take that picture of us, I never thought I'd show it to anybody. But that mess became my message here. And some of you are going through it or have just gone through it. Really hard stuff. And you've got to push through it. If you don't push through it, you have no story. Because your story is so important. Just like Renew can change your health and in your body, your story can change someone else's life. And I'm a full believer that we do not go through things just for ourselves. We go through things so that we can share. Ashley never thought she'd be sharing about her mom and what happened there. And Tammy losing everything, and me and Brent and all of us, you guys too, you all have a story. So my encouragement is don't be afraid to pick up that daggum phone. Don't forget, don't be afraid to reach out to those people on that list, because those people on that list, they don't even know that you have an answer to their problem. They don't know until you go out there and stretch. So that's my encouragement.
Robin, thank you so much. And thanks for your honesty and humbleness and willing to serve. And I got to bring Tracy on because the whole group was shooting this video and we were like, as he was creating this system of growth and putting his plan together, doing all this technology, me and Crystal just wish we had the ability to do technology. So when we were rolling out these videos, we were like, we feel like we're doing a little technology here, like we're helping somehow, where I felt so hopeless before. So Tracy, thank you so much for your vision and what you started the process of with Renew and the system of growth and what it's going to turn into over the next years to come. But as you watch this, I had to bring you up just to say, any thoughts as we close today?
Yeah, first of all, absolutely fantastic job on all of the tools that are put together from the team that you guys did. This is what I want people to realize about the tools is a system of growth. Brent, we went back, we talked about this, and if we can get something to where people can see themselves being successful doing it, they will engage in the activity in which they'll be a part of. And right now with these tools, it's complete. It's more complete than it's ever been. There's absolutely no reason anyone watching this training today can look at it and go, I can't see myself doing that. It is so simple, from the 5-day trial to sharing a video, to an upgrade to a box, to sharing a video, to getting in the business, to starting them on a training, to gatewaying them into Shop Lives once. I mean, it's all put together for everybody just to be successful. And like Crystal said in the video, it's like, what are we missing? We're missing you. I mean, even us, some of us in the company, we're missing your commitment, your engagement to sell out and go all in on the Renew system of growth. It's never going to get easier than it is right now, Brent. That's what I believe. I think everything we have lined up right now, it ticks all the boxes. And when you partner and you tee up and you get someone watching that video, if you don't know how to close them, get in contact with somebody that can close people. And I tell you, your success will skyrocket. And before long, you're going to be doing it on your own, doing all the closing by yourself. And it's absolutely perfect. I absolutely love what you guys put together. Fantastic job.
Tracy, thank you so much. And it means a lot coming to you from you, because I want everybody to understand as we close that Tracy Turnberg can close anybody. He could show all the products. He could show everything. He doesn't have to gateway people in. He could lead with just the business and education and get people to do the business. But I want to tell you his vision. It's one thing, one word: duplication. That's the only reason that he saw the system of growth being a possibility. Duplication. It's not what works for Tracy, it's what can work for the masses. And so today on this Zoom, on this training, you've got to decide if you are happy with what's going on in your business, then by all means, Tracy and the rest of us should say, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you're someone that's going, there's more out there and I don't see duplication in my business, I would highly recommend you tune in to this thing right here called the System of Growth, and watch us over the next year, not just talk the talk, but walk the walk with the numbers we produce. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Tracy Turnberg, thanks for jumping on at the end. And ladies, thank you for your leadership. You're awesome. You rock.
Thanks.
Tammy
everyone.
Momby wasn't able to be on. Thank you, Tammy, for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew Rosser. Thank you. Love you guys.
Thank
Grateful
you.
for you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Andrea.
Thanks,
Thank you,
ladies.
Ellen.
Rob,
Brent.
thanks so much.
Have a great day.
Good job.
Thank you.
You guys.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Coach.